I got a joke for you. It's kind of a longer one, but
Yeah.
you ready
What
for
do
it?
you got? What do you got?
So this guy walks into a hotel, right?
Yep.
He goes, gets his room and everything, walks around. He sees that there's a hot tub.
Yep.
Nobody's around. He's like, forgot my swimsuit. He's like,
Yep.
well, I'll just get in naked. So he
Yep.
got in naked, right?
Reasonable.
Yeah. So another guy comes up. He's like, oh, man, that hot tub looks amazing. I wish I could join you, but I forgot my swimsuit. He's like, well, you know what? There's nobody around, so I just jumped in naked. You could probably do the same. I'm like, yeah, I guess that's right. So he does. Gets naked, jumps in the hot tub with him.
Yeah. Nothing.
Little time goes by. They're talking. One guy says, hey, what do you do for a living? He's like, oh, I'm a truck driver. He says, oh, that's cool. Truck driver says, what do you do for a living? He's like, oh, I'm a magician. He says, oh, that's cool. Why don't you do a trick? He's like, well, I don't have any props or anything with me. You know, can't really do that. He's like, oh, any good magician. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this episode of K-Levy By, episode 27. We're doing a two-parter because Colby
is up?
Surprise. It's already March, and he's already taken vacation.
Taking vacations.
So
Tell him where I'm going.
we have to do a two-parter, basically.
I am going to Devil's Lake, North Dakota. We're going to go ice fishing for 5 beautiful interrupted days.
Interrupted?
Uninterrupted.
You said interrupted, I'm pretty sure.
Well, sometimes I say things, and it's up to you guys to know what I meant.
Which, according to Tempe, it's going to be interrupted because he says you have no idea what you're getting yourself into. Because he says that if they fish ain't biting, you're going to be sitting there drinking, having a good time, whatever, and you guys are going to up and pack and keep moving until you find a good spot. And he says you're not going to enjoy that. Hey, little buddy's still here. Just thought of it.
Okay, so first off, let me explain to you how this works, right? Tempe is a running gunner, right?
Okay.
I am go to a spot where I know there's always fish. If they're not biting that day on that spot, I'm okay sitting there drinking beer, right? However, that's my hometown Clear Lake. When I get sick and tired of it, I just get done and I get in my truck and I go home. When I'm going on a trip to North Dakota and my whole purpose for being there is fishing, fuck yeah. Tempe, on the other hand, right? When we go to a place like Devil's Lake or Mille Lacs or somewhere where we don't fish all the time, Tempe is 1,000% the whole time fishing. Every single aspect of his life is figuring out how to catch a fish on that lake. I, on the other hand, when I get sick of fishing, it's time for drinking because, motherfucker, I'm on vacation. I mean, we'll go up there and Tempe will go to bed at 8 o'clock because he wants to be up for the sun fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Me, on the other hand,
You're out partying.
I'm going to be up till 2 o'clock drinking. And then he's going to wake me up at 5 o'clock and I'm going to be dog-ass tired and dragging my ass. And then we're going to go catch fish. Tempe will probably outfish me because he'll be rested and ready to go. But I don't care.
Dumper Dan's is going to be real tired of you.
No, Dumper Dan's is different. That's where we're going for Ryan's bachelor party, salmon fishing.
Mm.
Dumper Dan's. Sheboygan.
They've
been actually...
Hey, Sheboygan.
They've been fantastic to work with. I've called this dude like 3 or 4 times. And every time I call him, like our list of people coming changes.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of trip we're taking changes. What kind of stay we're looking for.
When do you come back?
From Devil's Lake?
Yeah.
Sunday.
Mm.
Next Sunday.
Okay. Curious.
Next Sunday. And then we're going to have a fish fry because we're going to bring back a bunch of walleyes.
Good.
You in?
Yep.
Ashley, you in? Fish fry?
She's
like fish?
She's not a huge fan of fish.
How many times have you had fish? Fresh caught walleyes?
She had it at Tempe's that one time.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't like it?
She's not a fish, seafood eater.
You can be honest. Tempe thinks she's got the best recipe for fish ever, but some people are like, okay.
She liked it for
you hear
what
that,
it was.
Tempe? You hear that, Tempe? No, you don't because you're not listening to this podcast.
You punk ass.
Because you're a jerk.
All right.
So, how was your week? Outside of the time that I spent with you.
Like at work?
Outside of work.
There's not
What'd
a
you
whole
do?
lot outside of work besides the normal everyday. Didn't go anywhere, you know.
Didn't do anything?
No.
Hmm.
You?
Typical.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was all right. Every day's busy as fuck for me always, like normal.
Mm-hmm.
There's always something going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tax season.
Mm.
I'm the treasurer for our Muskies Inc. chapter. So I'm
Boring.
trying to fucking do the taxes. You know.
That sounds awful. I don't even want to do my own taxes.
Yeah, I still have to take all my taxes over and drop those off.
Mm-hmm.
I got a tax guy. I'll let him do it. It's a lot easier
Yeah.
that way.
It's funny because his name is Sketchy Steve, but
he
Colby sees right past that whole sketchy part.
He sure gets me a bunch of money back every year. I don't know how.
Well, you'll find out come about 5 years or so when you
Speaking
go
of,
into federal prison.
did you ever hear that interview from Steve Harvey
Which one?
talking about his fucking accountant? He had the same accountant for like 20 years.
And he was stealing money
And
from
he was stealing money from him. And when he died, they found all of his fucking taxes that had not been filed. And he had to pay like millions to the IRS because the guy was stealing from him.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
It's fucked up.
I would dig up my accountant from his grave and beat the shit out of him.
I know.
And then I would leave him laying topside. No fucking rest for you, buddy.
Yeah.
God, that would piss me off.
Jaden coming in here?
I think so.
Does she know that she can come in here?
Either that or she's still mad at me for the whole cabin coffee thing.
She's had time to let it simmer.
Definitely. And I let her use my truck. Right?
Yeah.
See, I feel like that's a pretty nice thing I did.
That is a nice thing you did.
So her yelling at me is not appreciated. So my
douche burp.
That was definitely a douche burp.
Yeah.
What did I do?
I don't know.
I did our biannual LLC renewal today.
Mm-hmm.
So we got that taken care of. Just taking care of business, you know what I mean? Every day.
Mm-hmm.
I've been taking care of business.
That's all right.
Every way.
That's maybe a different part. I think he says that's all right at some point in the song.
Something like that.
I don't know.
Taking care of
I am very glad that picture is right there, though, and I could just look at it constantly.
Yeah.
It's the Colby senior pick, rapey and rape.
Dude, I was so
raper.
I was so fucking tough back in those days.
Yeah, you were.
I was so strong too. I could have fucked anybody up. Yeah. I was a badass motherfucker.
That's what you
with my skateboard
think. But was that the truth?
I speak nothing but the truths.
That is a lie in itself. So moving on. We could be here all day talking about your bullshit lies.
So we're at that time of the year where Ash Wednesday is a thing. Do you participate?
No.
I don't either.
But I didn't even think about it, and we were watching the news, and like people had like the ash on them. Like, what the fuck is on that person's like forehead?
You're like, what the fuck's on their faces?
Well, because Biden was up doing something, and I saw he had like, but it wasn't. You couldn't tell like that one reporter chick.
Yeah,
his was like just faint.
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck?
His greasy old forehead.
Yeah, his greasy forehead with like just a slight titch of.
Somebody
ash.
did his makeup before he went on camera. But they left enough so you could tell he went and got it. Good job, Joe.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, so Ash Wednesday. I don't even know what the fuck it is, to be honest. I'm not.
So from what I understand, Ash Wednesday is when all the fast food restaurants start serving fish sandwiches. And I take advantage of that regularly. By the 2 for $4s and stuff. 2 for $4s fish sandwiches.
Can you actually explain to me what it actually is?
That's what it is.
What it actually is?
Well, I know people who go to church and they get stuff on their forehead, and then that's
Hold
what
on.
that's what tells the restaurants it's time to do the fish sandwiches.
Let's consult our religious expert here. What is Ash Wednesday? Our religious expert doesn't know, so
It definitely has something to do with fish
and ashes.
Ashes, fish and ashes,
Ashes, dust to dust.
giving stuff up. You have to, in order to get the fish sandwiches and the thing on your head, you have to like give
For
up
Lent.
doing something. Yeah. So like one time I gave up giving stuff up for Lent.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good. So I still haven't went back, haven't reverted to my old ways. No, but I will say,
Starts Lent. That's all it is. There's something else with it.
so I believe it has something to do with when Jesus passed away and stuff like that. There's like a period of like when he passed away, and I should know this, but I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm confirmed and everything, but
Yeah,
I mean, I haven't been to church in.
it has something to do with when Jesus died and then was resurrected, and that like whole time period there, and just that, I think.
Maybe it'll hit us.
No? Am I way wrong? Usually.
Religious expert is resorting to Google. What's Google say?
What does Google say? What is Lent? Jaden would know this. Gotcha.
Okay.
So that's what it is.
Yeah. Now we know.
Now we know. Has nothing to
Learn
do with
something
what
new
I
every
thought
day.
I did.
No. It's not about fish sandwiches. Shocker for everybody out there who thought it was.
I'm definitely going to continue taking advantage of the fish sandwiches, though.
Okay.
There's nothing.
I mean, why not?
Dude, Arby's fish sandwiches.
Can't say I've ever had them because I'm not really a big fish person either.
2 for $4 fish sandwiches at Arby's.
Mm.
Bomb.com. I haven't eaten those since last Lent. I'm gonna get on that though.
Yeah.
No, I thought I'd bring that up just because it's that time of year and we saw the people with the ashy foreheads.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, and I didn't know if you celebrated that or if you were a part of it or what. So I thought I'd ask.
No.
So I wanted to learn something new about you.
Pretty much.
And I wanted to see if you gave anything up for Lent.
You pretty much know everything about me, I feel like, for the most part.
I know a lot about you.
I
know your middle name is Javarius.
Yep. Brandon Javarius Patton. Yeah.
Sometimes referred to as Brandon General Patton, but
yeah, sometimes.
Speaking of generals, what rank are you going to hold in the post-apocalyptic world that's coming?
Lord Commander.
No. No, you can't, because I'm Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. Post-apocalyptic world. Which it sounds like could be a possibility. I think we're in Cold War number 2, right? Right now?
I mean, it's not like officially a thing or whatever, but
that shit is all over social media. They're like, yeah, get ready.
Which
nuclear war's coming.
Honestly, like there was the Cold War and there was everybody's all panicking about nuclear war and all this other stuff, and obviously nothing like nuclear ever happened or whatever. But I feel like with the way the world is now and all the crazies in it and shit, and I feel like it's more of a possibility now than it has ever been.
I was thinking about this the other night, right? So if they were to shoot nukes at us, everyone is probably in this mindset of like, they're going to be at work. It's going to be in the middle of the day. They're probably going to shoot them at us while they're in daytime and we're sleeping.
Maybe. That would be probably the best idea,
right?
I mean, because
most of the United States is sleeping, we're going to shoot them.
Well, okay, hold on.
Do you think the
military never sleeps?
No, I know, but like the people,
right?
Are
But
sleeping.
what are the general public going to do in a nuclear attack?
Do you think our iPhones, you know, like when they send out like
Yeah.
a missing child report,
We would get a
do you think there would be a warning comes over on our iPhone?
yes.
Hide, nukes are coming.
They had one in Hawaii. Remember they had that false alarm? What was it? Was it nuclear? What was that? It was some sort of like incoming missile thing. I don't know if it's technically a nuclear one,
Really?
but it was. Yeah, remember? It was so I don't remember exactly what happened, but I know somebody sent it out, and it obviously wasn't a thing. It wasn't happening.
It was a
But
false alarm.
everybody got those like the Amber Alert type deals
Yeah.
on their phones where it was a missile incoming, seek
No-
shelter, all
No
the
shit.
You don't remember that?
No.
That
Do you
was a
think
few
the
years ago.
person that sent it out was one of those kids in middle school that pulled the fire alarm too for no reason?
Probably. Either
Had
that
to
or it was a complete accident. I honestly don't remember what happened with the story. I just know that there was a false alarm. People got the notification on their phone. Everybody was freaking out.
Dude.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you're in the middle of like taking a shower. Your phone buzzes, you hear it on the counter. You look out, you read it, it says incoming missile, seek shelter. What are you doing? You panicking or what?
Well, am I panicking?
Are you gonna straight like
What is your definition of panicking? Am I gonna be like, what do I do? Jump out of the shower, throw some shorts on real quick and
are you gonna like run
to the
back and
basement
forth
or-
in your shower, like in your bathroom a few times, like trying to
No.
figure out what you need to grab?
Nope. I'm getting out. So I've already started to prepare.
Yeah. And we've talked about this.
Yeah. But it's not just for this. Like I'll have like a bag that's just for, I don't know, tornadoes or natural, anything.
Yeah.
And it's going to be universal for, go with that shit too. Shit,
But
just 5 few days, whatever.
But when it happens, do you think you're gonna read your phone in disbelief and be like, no,
No.
what? No.
Nope. I
And
would
like-
absolutely take it seriously, even if it is like some sort of false alarm thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Because like I said, nowadays you don't fucking know.
Yeah.
There's some crazy fuckers out there.
If we got hit with a nuke, I don't know if I would rather be in a bunker when the blast comes, or if I would want to be like a tornado. If I'd want to stand outside and watch that motherfucker coming. You know what I mean?
No. So first of all, if you can see the blast and you watch it, boom, there goes your eyes. Second of all, I don't think there's gonna, if there is some sort of nuclear attack, I don't think us where we're at will be close enough to see like an immediate effect of it, like
Anything
the blast.
of importance?
Huh?
Anything of importance?
Yeah. I think for us, it would be more of a, it blasts some couple hundred miles away or whatever. And then we get like the after effects, the wind blows, the radiation and shit, or, whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like would happen in our general area. There's not going to be a direct fucking like, oh, we better fucking send a nuke right there. Mason City, Iowa.
Shh. Be quiet. Don't. They're listening.
If they're listening,
They just
they
added-
know exactly where we're at.
They just added Mason City to the target.
Yeah.
You know
They're gonna
what?
take a whole lot of nothing.
If you want my opinion, they can take Mason City off the face of the earth if they want. I will not care.
But if they take Mason City, you know what else is? You're close enough to where you're gonna
right.
feel that.
You're right. I don't know how it's gonna play out. I hope everyone they're all up and bound and all like ready to fight and make this goddamn nuclear world. And I hope everyone just sits down, shuts the fuck up, and then we all can be friends and play nice.
Mhm.
Why can't we do that?
You got too many idiots.
Why can't we just play fucking nice? Everyone wants to be fucking Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, and
That's me.
ooh.
Ooh, we don't have to abide by Game of Thrones rules. We could have a dual ownership. We could be dual Lord Commanders. Lord Commander 1, Lord Commander 2. I,
Lord
of course, am Lord Commander 1. However, we're equal though.
Lords Commanders. Lord Commanders.
Lord
Commanders.
Lord Commanders of the Night's
of the
Watch.
Watches.
Night's Watches.
Yeah, because multiple.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Commanders of the Night's Watches.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm down.
I
feel like in a post-apocalyptic type of world, I don't think you could have. I mean, I guess depending on population and stuff, whatever. I don't think you could have like a dictator type thing. You'd have to have like a leadership by committee type deal.
There's no, dude,
like
there
a
would be
council or
there'd be
something,
no
you mean?
rules. So as soon as somebody was like, I don't like this guy leading,
Pretty much,
Done.
yeah, probably.
and then there would be a new
And
Lord.
that's exactly
Commander.
another reason why you would need a leadership by committee.
Yeah.
Because what are you gonna do? Take everybody out?
Yeah.
Have like 6 people or whatever that are leading the community or whatever.
Yeah.
That's how you would have to do it,
Dude. I don't know. The only way the world's gonna turn out okay after one of those disasters like that would be if they legitimately nuked every major city in the United States and got rid of all the idiots.
Yeah, probably.
Is it? That's all there is. Speaking of idiots, I'm starting to get scared again. So let's not talk about the nuclear thing again.
Yeah.
I get scared and then I start overthinking it, and then I start trying to turn myself into Rambo and talking myself up like, yeah, you'd be fine. But I know I wouldn't be. My kids, my wife, I'm gonna make sure that they're safe and alive,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna get me killed in that kind of world.
So basically, what you're saying is every man for themselves.
It's got to be.
At least you could teach them now how to survive.
Yeah.
By themselves.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think Ruby's too much of a princess.
Mm.
She wouldn't be able to do it. Although she might surprise me when the time comes. You know, I'd be fighting the guy. I'd be on my back. He'd be on top of me, and he'd have a knife, and I'd be holding it from stabbing me in the eyes and be like, tell my kids I love them. And Ruby would just, I got you, Dad.
I would just hear a gunshot go off, and the guy just keels over because she shot him.
Corbin's hiding under a rock. Ruby's got my gun.
Yeah.
That would be a proud dad moment right there.
It'd be a twofer. You'd be proud and disappointed. Because proud for Ruby, and then just disappointed in Corbin. You're like, you're not my son anymore. Could happen. I don't know.
Corbin Snow.
Corbin Snow.
Rename him. For those of you that aren't Game of Thrones like we are.
He just watched it for the first time. Anyway, you were talking about an idiot. I believe that's what you were saying anyway. Some sort of idiot.
I was going to say, speaking of idiot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where I was going with it. I feel like I can go in a bunch of directions.
There is a bunch of directions you could go with that.
But I can't remember where I was going to go with that. Tommy Lee's at it again, though.
Yeah, what'd he do now?
Tommy Lee, right? He's going for the Triple Crown.
Trifecta?
The social media Triple Crown.
Uh-huh.
He got away with showing his dick.
Yep. That was on Twitter, wasn't it?
On Twitter.
You could do that on Twitter.
So then he came back on Twitter again, and now he's got a picture on there of his beanbag.
Right.
From the backside, right?
I did see that. It's very weird. Very droopy balls.
He has a very big, long ball sack.
Yeah. Well, he is like 100, so you know, what they say, as you grow older, your dick shrinks and your balls grow.
Yep.
Yeah.
So all he's got left is a fucking straight up
old
split butt cheeks, fucking
balls.
Butthole.
Gross.
No, he needs a butthole shot on Twitter now.
No.
That's what he needs. The trifecta, Triple Crown.
I thought.
No.
Oh, okay.
All that's left is grab his cheeks, spread them, and have some Pamela Anderson looking girl take a picture of.
You should probably send him a message. Just get in, drop in that DM and be like, "Hey, You know what? You need to
Tommy.
go for it all and just show your butthole, man. Just
Tommy,
spread those
bro.
cheeks and show us what you got going on in there.
Tommy, bro, this is my challenge to you, bud. I want you to get that triple crown. We are pulling for you. You need to put a picture of your beehole on Twitter. So we'll be looking for it. Get it out there.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know.
Dude, what if he hears this and he tags us in a picture of his butthole on Twitter?
That would be pretty fucking fantastic. I'm not going to lie.
I would definitely rent a private jet to go meet up with him and give him a high five for that one.
Just a high five?
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe a mouth hug, but yeah, high five for sure.
What'd you say, a mouth hug? Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that's that guy's still at it. I watched so after he started putting the dick pics on the old Twitters, I was watching a few like interviews that he did, and he was telling the story about how they were playing this concert, and he was on this drum kit riser thing that like went straight up in the air.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to have like these cables on so he could do something. But it was like a 18-foot like fall back down to the stage or whatever. And he did this move where he like thought he was gonna like jump or something and then like swing back with the cables and like come back to his drum set and then like sit down. And he jumped and he wasn't hooked in.
Nuh-uh.
And he, during the concert fell, hit the ground, and he goes, I woke up in the hospital. Shit, the rest of the show got canceled.
I would believe so, yeah.
I'm like, leave it up to him.
Well, it's kind of like, I mean, this isn't as bad, but do you remember seeing that video of Post Malone? He was like walking around the stage.
Yes.
And then there was that hole and he just fell in and just cracked his ribs on the side of the little stage hole.
You can see it in his face as soon as he hits. Something fucking broke.
Oh, because he's immediately rolled over, and that's when you know, like he's like clutching that. He probably I don't even know. Did he break a rib or something?
I don't know.
Rib injuries suck.
Here, I'm gonna Google it because I'm sure he did. Let me Google it quick.
Okay.
Let's go. Did Post Malone get hurt from his fall?
That's a
on
weird way to
stage.
question.
Well,
while he's looking that up, just let you all know, we're actually so we're doing the 2-part today, and we're building the PC today. Well, okay, so Colby's building the PC today, and I'm gonna monitor basically, and so that video will be coming sometime.
All it says is suffered a rib injury.
I mean, regardless, even if you bruise a rib or break a rib, they all hurt, and they take forever to heal.
Yeah, there's nothing anybody can do for you.
No, you just gotta let it just go back to normal eventually.
Imagine falling straight on your ribs. Holy fuck! On like a sharp corner, man.
I've done it.
I think
not like that.
I think I'd rather like land a little short and take the corner to the forehead instead of the ribs.
Maybe.
I feel like my forehead's pretty fucking thick.
Yeah. Your head in general is thick.
my skull doesn't have a cavity in it. It just grew solid bone all the way through.
No cavity, no brain, just solid bone.
God, that was so good.
Where's Jaden at?
I don't know.
She definitely hates you, I think.
Okay, so I want you to explain to me, Brandon, what you were just talking about with your eye.
Oh, it sees through your bullshit?
No.
Oh.
No. Something about you blow your nose and you can make your eye queef?
Yeah. I wouldn't quite call it a queef per se, but I don't know what it is. I just blow my nose, or if I pop my ears, if I don't close my eyes, my eye, it feels like it's about to pop out of my socket. And then like this air, it feels like air blowing out of my eye.
So
it's the weirdest thing.
If there's a medical doctor listening to us, which I highly
If you're a
highly
medical
doubt.
doctor, perfect. Just hit us up. If you're a regular other doctor, just fuck off, I guess. I don't.
Well, there's like
I know, but it's just
chiropractor doctors, you know,
nobody,
who aren't real doctors.
which would be a
but-
medical doctor, I guess, but nobody says, "Hey, are you a medical doctor?"
or a dentist.
Also medical.
Remember like The Hangover?
Yes.
I'm a doctor. He's a dentist.
Yes, I do.
So I would like to know how it actually works, because when I was a kid, you said that and it reminded me of when I was a kid. I used to be able to like squeeze my nose and pretend like I was blowing, and I could just have like a constant stream of air coming out my eye, and it was like, and it would bubble sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
could,
hear
like,
that. I hear
blow a
that
bubble
sound in
with
my
it.
ears every now and again.
That's called
Tinnitus.
tinnitus.
Yeah, tinnitus.
Tinnitus.
Mm-hmm.
That's a true medical disability.
Yes, thanks, Navy.
Yeah. It actually is related to a bunch of other things too, if you didn't know.
I know.
Or causes a bunch of other things. Like confusion, lack of thought processing,
Mm-hmm.
which explains why sometimes you have terrible fucking ideas.
Like I say all the time when someone says, "That's a good idea, Brandon," you know what I say? Those are the only kind I have. Because it is, Colby. So go fuck yourself. This podcast, my idea. Great. Thank you, Colby.
Okay, hey,
My
so
podcast,
hey,
it's fantastic.
so your podcast. Okay. How did it start? How did the idea start? Completely start?
So we got Urban Dictionary here today.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yo, how did it start? You said, we should start a side hustle.
Hey,
That has nothing to do with the podcast itself. That's
Hey.
like, hey, let's go mow lawns. That's a side hustle. Do you want to do that, Colby?
Yeah.
You want to go mow lawns
We
for
could
little
mow
old
lawns.
ladies?
yeah. You know how good I would feel about mowing a lawn for an old lady?
Yeah, you feel.
I would
and
feel-
then until you take their money and be like, ha, stupid idiot! I just mowed your lawn for $300.
No, because
I could see you doing some shit
probably
like that.
charge an old lady like $15, and then she have to fight with me about giving me a 20, and I'd be like, no, do it for free.
Probably, yeah.
And some of that chicken pot pie you got inside. Hey, what
Chicken pot pie.
what do the mafia and pussies have in common?
What do the mafia and pussies?
Yeah,
What?
like vaginas.
Yes, like.
One slip of the tongue and you're in some deep shit.
Yeah, that's very accurate.
Do you know what 6.9 is?
6.9.
Yeah.
I guess not.
Another great thing screwed up by a period.
You are your biggest fan.
I got jokes, man.
Yeah.
I got jokes.
Yeah. I got a joke for you. It's kind of a longer one, but
Yeah.
you ready
What
for
do you
it?
got? What do you got?
So this guy walks into a hotel, right?
Yep.
He goes, gets his room and everything, walks around. He sees that there's a hot tub.
Yep.
Nobody's around. He's like, fuck, I forgot my swimsuit. He's like,
Yep.
well, fuck it. I'll just get in naked. So
Yep.
he got in naked, right?
Reasonable.
Yeah. So another guy comes up. He's like, oh man, that hot tub looks fucking amazing. I wish I could join you, but I forgot my swimsuit. He's like, well, you know what? There's nobody around, so I just jumped in naked. You could probably do the same. I'm like, yeah, I guess that's right. So he does. Gets naked, jumps in the hot tub with him.
Yeah. Nothing.
Little time goes by. They're talking. One guy says, hey, what do you do for a living? He's like, oh, I'm a truck driver. He says, oh, that's cool. Truck driver says, what do you do for a living? He's like, oh, I'm a magician. He says, oh, that's cool. Why don't you do a trick? He's like, well, I don't have any props or anything with me. You know, can't really do that. He's like, oh, any good magician can do a trick without his props. He goes, well, all right. Well, slide over here next to me. He goes, does that feel like my thumb up your butt? He goes, yeah. He goes, ta-da!
Yeah.
Trick done.
That's a good one.
For those of you who listen to the podcast, I put 2 thumbs up.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good joke.
Yeah, that's an old one. I heard that. I think my dad told me that a long time ago when I was like 10.
Yeah. Dude, I
believe it. Yeah.
I used to know so many really good jokes, and it's like it goes back to that fucking I'm losing my marbles bullshit. Because every time I like try to think of a good joke that I used to know,
Yeah.
I sit here and I'm like,
drooling. Yeah, sometimes I mean it's just like any other thing. Sometimes you'll hear a word or a phrase or whatever, be like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, I got a joke about that.
there it is. Comes
Yeah.
back from the deep dark abyss of my
Which
memory
is
bank.
like that one right there. That's
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about that joke. I haven't heard that joke in years or told it. And then just boom.
Yeah.
Comes out of fucking nowhere.
I used to know one about a guy pissing on a bar.
Mm-hmm.
And it was pretty good, but I know that I don't remember it well enough to tell it.
Yeah.
I used to tell it all the time. It was pretty good.
I know this one. I
Like-
can't think of the punchline though.
Like jokes about my sister.
What's the punchline? It's a
Punchline.
hold
Hey, somebody
on.
quick.
What's the difference between acne and a priest? Is it like acne doesn't come on your face till you're a teenager or something?
Dude, there it is. Just reminded me of one.
Oh, go ahead.
Just reminded me
Let's
of
hear
one. What's the first thing you do before you have sex with a woman with herpes?
Oh. What?
Pick her scab so it slides in better.
Yeah. Oh, so gross. So gross.
Oh, God, jokes are fun, man.
Jokes are fun.
I love laughing, but you can laugh too much sometimes.
It can literally kill you.
Yeah, because you can forget to breathe.
This is Laugh Death Awareness Month, just so everybody knows.
Laugh death awareness.
So
We like to be socially aware of things.
Socially aware.
There are so many things that can kill you. Laughing is one of them.
Laughing is definitely one of them.
It's like when people are like, like when you're drinking like your giant jug of water,
Mm-hmm.
there's always that fucking knucklehead comes in and goes, you can die from drinking too much water.
Don't drink too much of that too fast.
You can technically drown in a bathtub.
drown yourself.
No shit.
Yeah. I just
Go practice falling down. I'll
the
be there
dying
in a
laughing
minute.
thing. I was like, what? That's from a movie, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you've ever seen it as Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah,
The
dude.
weasels.
Dude.
You remember what happened last time?
What was her name?
Jessica Rabbit,
Is it Jessica Rabbit?
the rabbit's wife.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
it's
red
Jessica-
dress.
It's Jessica Rabbit.
Oh my fuck, dude.
Also a redhead.
I used to beat off to her when I was a little kid.
My
Jesus, that was my anime as a fucking child, Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit.
You know how many times I got my rocks off to that fucking
Oh yeah.
beautiful specimen?
One of my buddies in the Navy, he actually, when we were in California for whatever reason, he bought I don't even remember where he bought it, but it was a hoodie and it had Jessica Rabbit on it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I would give him a hug.
Oh, you like him.
If he walked up wearing a Jessica Rabbit on his sweatshirt, I would give him a fucking hug.
I should get a hold of him because we should have him on. He'd be very fun
Yeah.
to have on this podcast.
You know who we need to have on the podcast?
Who's that?
Benny, when he's home from on leave.
Yeah, that'd be easier because he comes around this area. This guy'd have to be like, well, I hope you're not on deployment because we want you on the podcast.
We'll
and
just
blah,
send-
blah, blah,
we'll
because he's
just-
still in the Navy. He's a chief now.
We'll send
Or
him.
senior
We'll
chief, I
send
don't
him
even know.
money and fucking jump on a plane, buddy. Or we
Dude,
can
he's
send
like
send our jet to go get him.
He's either a chief or a senior chief. He can afford it now.
Hey, call Jim, our pilot. Tell him fly out there, pick him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I just go through the phone
Just
book
kidding.
of gyms and
Just kidding.
hopefully
We don't
one of
have a
them's a
fucking-
pilot?
We don't have a fucking.
Hey, Jim, are you a pilot? No. Okay. Call the next one.
We could. Hang with me.
Oh God. Here we go.
We could
Like-
commandeer an airplane.
Okay. So steel.
I guarantee you I could fly it. Guaranteed.
I can fly it too.
1,000%.
Landing's harder though.
Dude, as long as we don't have a crosswind or a headwind, I could land that motherfucker.
I guarantee.
And I bet you I could touch down nice and fucking pretty too.
I guarantee there is going to be some sort of wind and it's not going to be tail. So either you're going to be fucked regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway,
Anyway. Yeah.
Urban Dictionaries
We should make a list. We should
of people
invite random guests on here sometime.
just go down the street.
Some of like our followers.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean? Once we start having like guests on regularly,
Mm-hmm.
We'll do like a random, like once a quarter, pick a fan to come bullshit with us. That'd be cool.
Once a quarter, you say?
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. Or even have like a call-in guest.
Yeah, we should do it. Honestly, it'd be kind of nice to have a call-in show anyway. Have some
Yeah.
people call in. It'd be harder though.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't be live. They'd have to call. We'd have to let people know that we're doing a call-in. They'd have to call in. It'd be recorded.
You know what we could do right now?
Call somebody.
We could call Tempe right now and have him as a guest for a little bit.
Why don't we do that on the part 2?
Yeah, let's do it on part 2.
Yeah.
Because I know exactly what he's doing right now.
Fishing.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
He's either fishing, beating his wiener, or picking up pizza from the OP.
Which involves drinking.
And usually all 3 of those go hand in hand. Especially the beating part. It's definitely hand in hand.
Oh, my pizza's not ready and it'll be a minute for my beer.
Well,
I'll be in the bathroom.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back.
Fucking Debbie.
All right, so I got two urban dicks for this part, and then we should do 2 more for the next one.
I was gonna say we should get a couple more.
I got 4 total.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2 and 2.
So okay, real quick before we go into the Urban Dictionary, keep it up. This is gonna be super quick.
I'm just gonna put my phone down because it's gonna take a minute.
No, it's
Arm
gonna
will
be real
get
quick.
tired holding.
I just want to remind everybody, we're doing a part 2 series this episode because I'm fucking everything up. I got going on vacation.
Another vacation again.
Another vacation.
Shocker. Here it is, March. We gotta take a vacation.
Hey, you work for time off. That's what you do, right? So going to Devil's Lake, I will be gone. We're filming 2 episodes so that you guys don't miss out. Okay? Here we go. Urban Dick.
Urban Dick number 1.
They better be fucking good ones.
Number A.
I'm going to try not to laugh as hard as I can. I'm going to try not to laugh.
Okay, the word
Here we go.
The word is nutterflies. Already failed.
Why is that word funny?
Nutterflies? Probably because nutter.
Hold on. You say nutterflies, and it makes me think of like the moment before you come and you get like the butterflies in your penis. That's what I think of.
Well, here we go.
Okay, let's see what you got. Nutterflies.
Nutterflies, the nervous feeling that arises when you want to stroke the salami, but fear that someone might walk in or come home. I really want to watch Brazilian Bang Bus, but I got nutterflies since Mom will be home in 10 minutes. 10 minutes, that's plenty of time. You can do that twice before Mom gets home.
Maybe even 3 times.
Maybe 3 times.
That 3rd time takes a little longer than the first 2, but
Brazilian Bang Bus. Oh,
I need to start coming up with a fucking new porn name, because you know I like when you're talking to people and like you're making jokes about them, like cranking one out,
like a porno name or like your porn name,
like the porno name, like the one you watch.
Mm-hmm.
You know how like everyone diverts back to like Backdoor Slut 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need to come up with like a good one that nobody uses.
Well,
so when I'm telling jokes about people, I'm be like, yeah, he was in his house banging his fucking
this could be used for your porn name in a sense. You'd have to kind of change a little bit of wording here, but
straight face.
So the title shouldn't get you. It's called Rolling Coal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
A large diesel truck equipped to blow large clouds of black smoke to signal a desire for deep anal fisting. I had no idea Tom was into fisting until I saw him rolling coal.
It's so true.
I can't wait to read that one. I can see the title of it. The Dark Brandon.
Dude. How many times have you seen that fucking douchebag in his big diesel truck? Right? Because so I'm not against having a big fucking truck, having a diesel pickup. I'm not against tractor pulling when you got fucking diesel clouds rolling everywhere. This shit is cool, right?
Sure.
However, when you see that fucking douchebag in town fucking blowing a giant cloud at every fucking stop sign through town, you're like, okay, man. Have you ever hooked a trailer up to that fucking truck before? Probably not.
Yeah.
Have you ever drove it for 10 minutes without cleaning your truck? Probably not. Those guys are, I know one guy that used to fucking drive around town and every stop sign. Fucking every fucking stop sign. It's
It
like,
is always very
come
entertaining
on.
though when you got like protesters on the side of the road or whatever, and then someone's like just fucking hits it hard and just smokes them out.
That's when you do it.
That's when you do it.
You do it then, and you also do it when, like, you know, you're driving through town, whatever. You get around a corner and there's like a bunch of people and they're like, nice truck, man, nice truck. Okay. You know what I mean? But
It's like, oh yeah, look at this.
you leave the grocery store and the first stop sign you come to, there's one old lady with grocery bags and you're like, watch this. Fuck off.
What a douche.
Go get a fucking Prius, you loser.
Get a Prius. My dad has a Prius.
I know.
He calls it his vagina car.
That's the only time it's okay to drive a Prius is if you know you're driving a fucking vagina car.
Yeah. Tell you what, he gets good gas mileage, but
Does he even use gas in a Prius?
some. But I mean, around here, I honestly don't know how often he fills it.
He probably,
But
probably not enough to remember how to use a fuel pump.
Maybe. But I would feel like that would suck really bad around here in the winter. And you got like snow and shit, and you're trying to drive this fucking Prius through fucking inches of snow.
Oh yeah.
And ice and shit.
Stupid.
It'd be dumb.
That
batteries on that thing are fucking shit.
That reminded me, dude. So a buddy of mine, he called me like a week ago and he goes, hey, he knows I'm a mechanic. He goes, hey, I got to ask you some questions. I'm heading over to my girlfriend's house right now. She said her car's just, it's running like fucking shit. I'm like, okay. So he gets there and he's like, yeah, I don't know, man. It's vibrating, just idling. And I put it in reverse and then it does it really bad and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, wheels are spinning. What could it be? This, that, and the other. And I stopped and I went, what color was the gas handle she used last time she filled up? And he goes, babe, what color handle did you use at the gas pump? She goes, I think the yellow one. And I go, Criff, get out and look at the fuel tank and tell me if there's a yellow ring or a yellow cap on the fuel tank. No, it's all black. I go, there's your problem. She used like the E15, like ultra ethanol.
Yeah.
And he goes, what do I do now? I said, he goes, do I siphon it? I go, you can't. New cars, you can't siphon them.
Yeah.
I'm like, in my head, he's not a mechanic. So the only other way I know to drain that fuel tank without removing it, he probably wouldn't be able to understand or how to do it. So I'm like, fuck. I'm like, well, call Ford and ask them, can you run this car on E15 for like a half a tank without hurting anything? I said, your best bet is run it down and then fill that motherfucker up with 91, the expensive shit.
Dilute it.
And he's like, fuck. Oh, well, yeah. And then he told me, he's like, I knew I should have told her to use the cheap shit.
Yeah. Well, that fucking ethanol shit is cheap.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 87 ethanol, you can use that. You can use that in your car. You're going to get worse fuel economy.
Oh, there's the fucking...
But the shit that's the flex fuel...
Yeah.
That you can't.
Who even has that anymore? Like, I haven't really seen that.
A lot of places have it.
Quixtar doesn't have it, I don't think. Does it?
The flex fuel, right? The E15.
Yeah.
That's like 15% gas to alcohol, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, so you're running your car on like alcohol. And for people who race, race cars and stuff, that's a good thing. But you have to set your car up to be able to burn it. If you don't know how to set everything up, and your car's like pre-programmed like a newer car, and he goes, yeah, man, it's running like shit. The whole car's vibrating. And after I was like, I bet it is. I bet it is. Fucking. So I called him later that night, and he's like, yeah, I went for a nice long drive, got about half the tank burned out. They refilled it.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Which, some of this new stuff coming out in cars these days too. It's getting to the point where it's just extremely excessive. I feel like I'm going to be driving Rusty Bottom a lot.
Yeah, especially if there's an EMP.
Oh, yeah.
Rusty Bottom's going to take you places. The other cars won't.
Everyone's going to be stranded, and I'm going to be like, beep, beep, jump in.
Hey, you want to ride?
Yeah,
We're
man.
going to Rookies.
We're going to get there. It's going to be nothing but booze on the shelves and nobody around.
You'd be like, you ever seen Shaun of the Dead?
Yeah.
Where they go to their fucking final ending place is the Winchester, the fucking pub they go to.
Yeah. And there's nobody in there.
Yeah, where are we going? Is it Rookies? Nah, that's too small.
Sharkies.
Sharkies?
We need to go to Sharkies.
Maybe. What about it doesn't have to be a pub. It could be like Boulder.
Nah.
Why?
Boulder's only good if they're making sandwiches.
They have alcohol.
Well, I know they have alcohol, but oh, you talking to confiscate the alcohol and bring it back with us, or are you talking just go sit at the bar and
No,
have a drink?
if it's like if you're being like Shaun of the Dead, where that's where you're gonna hole up.
Oh, yeah, Rookies.
I'd probably choose Fleet Farm.
Rookies has an upstairs with
Mhm.
windows. We can barricade the bottom,
So-
take all the booze upstairs with us, and there's an access to the roof from the upstairs. We'll barricade on the second level, and we can shoot people out the window.
Yeah, but you also with Rookies, you don't have a wide view of everything. It's you got the buildings across.
Yeah,
and
but we
everything.
can parkour from rooftop to rooftop all the way up and down Main
You
Street.
fucking parkour. I would love to see you try to parkour. You're gonna be like fucking Michael Scott and shit going in dumpsters.
I mean, it's reasonable to think that I would parkour from one building. See, the buildings are connected, so I wouldn't have a problem. It would be just getting over the little wall between them, and I might like yell parkour, and like tumble and fall onto the roof on the next one. But you're not falling to the ground and dying.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So I think I could do like little like parkour moves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Rookies, the upstairs would be great.
Maybe. I
Yeah.
guess we'll see in the apocalypse, huh?
Leverage. Yeah. Speaking of, one last note here for you guys about the apocalypse. Don't try to come steal my shit because I'm gonna be very upset.
And he will shoot you.
Stay in your own lane, watch your own bobber, get your own stuff, leave everybody else's stuff alone, and you'll be just fine.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots
Lots of
prepare
booze.
yourself. Get your own shit now.
Lots of booze unless you know how to make it. Lots of booze.
And if you know how to make it, you can find us at
I know how to make it. Shh.
oh, never mind. Fuck you.
I don't know how to make it. Don't come looking for us.
All right. Well, this wraps it up for this part of episode 27.
And in part 1, it's all my fault. I accept the responsibility of this.
Yeah.
It's okay though.
We will see y'all next week.
Stay with us.
For us, it'll be a few minutes, probably.
Yeah, a few minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not changing my shirt.
Me either.
I'm going to look just the same. Part 2. Love you guys. Fuck you.
Also, fuck you.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Rolling in my pickup truck down Highway 72. On my way to LBI, we've got some shit to do. Gonna lay out on the beach, put our sunshades on. Try to cover up our laps and hide our hormones. 'Cause we're chasing the butt cheeks up and down the court. All these girls have cowboy boots and carry around their pitchforks. Chasing the butt cheeks up and down the court. All these girls have real nice butts and wear those Wrangler jean shorts. Oh, fuck it. Let's get out of here.
Let's go, dude.
Pull chocks.
Pull chalk.